talk about this all the time, owner's title insurance. And we suggest it. I see Randy is shaking his head. It's a plus. But Chuck, explain why this was so important and how we were able to help and you were able to help get the loan, get this closed for a seller.
Well, the short answer is a fella that does closings made a mistake about, oh shoot, what was it, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
16 or 15, 16 years ago. And that problem just lay dormant all through another owner, a foreclosure, another owner. And then when the current owner was going to sell the property, it raises its ugly head. And it threatened to derail the issue or derail the closing. The issue was there was a person on the deed that nobody ever took into account back 16 years ago. So once they contacted the person that was on the deed, tried to get her signature, well, she wanted some money. She hadn't touched it for all these years, didn't know she had the interest, but she wanted some money out of it. Title insurance company looked at it, and they had the check cut before the seller was able to make his claim. So they cut the lady the money that she demanded, and deed was signed, issue resolved.
Everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy.
Yeah, and this really points out why owner's title insurance is so important, because it may not be the person you're buying it from, but in this case, years and years ago, almost 2 decades ago, this mistake happened, and it just was caught when we had it listed and about to close. So,
and the problem is that real estate never goes away. If there's an ownership interest in real estate, that's not just going to disappear. So title insurance is something that you need to get. Even if, go ahead, Randy. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Chuck. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, even if you do sell the property, if a problem is found out sometime down later, you're going to get brought into it. Your title insurance is still going to cover you.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, Chuck, we had a situation, I have friends that do cash deals. And I emphasize, and you've done a couple, that you have to get owner's title, because obviously you don't have to get lender's title at that point.
Yeah.
It is such an important
scenario. It really is.
I only had one situation where somebody was on a farm that's been in the family for years, and they deeded an area for them that I said, okay, it's up to you, but you don't need owner's title in that situation. But
yeah, and I'll tell you,
outside of that, no.
The worst title problem that I ever ran across, other than obvious fraud and stuff like that, was with a property that had been in the family for a good long while.
Oh, really?
It had been so long that great grandfather had deeded his children lots next to each other. They all built houses on these lots. Well, it turned out that the first house nobody had done a survey on, and all the rest of the houses were based off of where that house was.
Oh, geez.
So yeah, the owner of lot A had their house on B, owner of B had house on C, and on down the line for about 5 different properties.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for that info.
To wrap this up, folks, this is another really good important point why you need owner's title insurance. The bank's going to make you get mortgage title insurance, but when you're asked, do you want it, there's a reason right there to get it.